Hello everybody, it's Calxiyn here. So today we are talking about Ozpin, or cute little boy Ozpin, as Nora would call him. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should come join our Discord server, and yeah, you guys should join our Discord server, become Patreons, do all of that fun stuff. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Ozpin, and basically last time we found out information about the maidens. We said, how do the maidens work? Now this video is, how does Ozpin work? That is basically what we're talking about. And so if I could go ahead and explain, Hunter, but first, what did you think of like how they tried to tell us like Ozpin things? Like, how do you think they handled that?
This episode?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a lot of ceremony, wasn't it? Because like when Crow was telling the story, they had
like images, they had like moving pictures. It was all 2D.
With this, it was just Ozpin chilling, like, yeah, man, I've been fucking around town. I don't believe he actually said that quite like that, but you know. And I think people had been sort of, so that wasn't so much as a surprise. However, we're probably going to have a fight about this. They did not confirm that he was the wizard.
Okay, Hunter, he's probably. I know they didn't confirm it, but he is probably the wizard.
He's probably also the king. I mean, that was a little on the nose. But who knows? The king might have been the first version of Ozpin. That the god would have been like, this guy knows what he's doing. Let's have him. I don't know why I pronounced it weird. Let's have him be in charge. You know, he knows. He has a head on his shoulders. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. And so let's just talk about this, okay? Here are the logistics. Every time Ozpin dies, he reincarnates into a like-minded soul. And so out of all the people on Earth, apparently, Oscar is the most like-minded person that he could find. Also, you have to go over there. So, yeah, that was interesting, considering I'm like, oh, but maybe it's, like, based on location. Then I remember Oscar's in Mistral, and then Ozpin isn't. So, it's just, out of everybody in the world, Oscar was it.
I also love how everyone was like, we're fucking dying here. Like they got stabbed and beat to shit by giant demons. And then Oscar just took a train.
Yeah, I know.
And like, he was fine. Like, why didn't fucking Team RWBY just take the train?
I don't know. I don't know. It's an error. Or maybe the train wasn't close enough to where they were originally. Yang just took the boat, right?
Yeah, she took the boat. Like,
I don't know.
Well, no, I think they are in different. Are they also in Minstrel? Yes, they're in Minstrel as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, basically, what happens is that he reincarnates every time into a like-minded soul. Why? He says the gods cursed him because he wasn't able to defeat Salem the first time, basically. That's basically what he says. So I have some issues about that, but like, first of all, let's unpack that for a second. So this gives us a couple of things. So Ozpin has been cursed by the gods, who evidently were at least involved in things 1,000 years ago. So we kind of like, that is basically how they work, but I also want to talk about why, and I did touch on this in my analysis for a video, but basically kind of what I want to talk about is how I don't even know how to properly explain this. I did think about this for a while, but like, why Ozpin? You know what I mean? Like, out of everybody, why was Ozpin the one that was kind of cursed? And so I think that we kind of need to think about this a little more. We don't have a lot of information, but I think what they've established is pretty good for some theory building.
It's almost like they're fucking sparse when it comes to Ozpin.
And so, like, with Ozpin, we at least know he reincarnates, and he does that because the gods cursed him because he couldn't defeat Salem, and now he finally wants to defeat Salem. So, to me, it also kind of seems like you said this, but Ozpin is pretty much done with existing at this point.
Yeah, he also, you
like,
get the idea that he doesn't give a fuck anymore, which is hilarious.
I know. But I think he's just sick of being alive. You know, he's been alive for 1,000 years.
Which is an interesting sort of characterization. Yeah, like, it's kind of what you also, I don't know why I've been breaking a brick and mortar so much, but a lot of people like Rick because he's just such a, he's beyond caring, except he's not. I get the sense with that, with Ozpin, that he's like, he still cares quite a bit, but he's been around for too long, he doesn't give a shit about the minutiae anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't, like, he's just awkward, and I really like that.
But what I kind of wanted to talk about is Ozpin, obviously, if he is the wizard, okay, has these weird powers, like, that he gave the maiden all of this magic, and so what I'm thinking is Ozpin was kind of chosen by the gods to protect Remnant.
If
he's the wizard. He was given these powers in order to protect Remnant, right? And then, like, he was kind of the god's messenger on Earth, let's say, right?
He's
but then,
like fantasy Jesus.
Yeah, but then somehow he gave these bad powers to Salem, because he thought, I don't know, like, maybe he thought, like, the Grimm and them could be equal or something, and so he wanted to make a person Grimm, because that's kind of what Salem is right now. He just made a mistake, okay? And then the gods were like, well, shit, you know, we gave you all of this stuff, so you can protect the world, and then you make her, like, no, you can't die now, you have to stay here.
Mess.
You made a mess. We don't want to deal with this, because
Look at all this shit.
They're all blowing up other planets.
I made one of those continents look like a dragon. And you just, no respect from me,
Exactly.
for my work. Who do you think built it? Did you build this? No, I built this planet. Fuck you, I built this planet.
And so that's why
I thought the faunus were cute, and then y'all had to go around and make them... No, you know what? I'm out. God's out. Shadow, get the fuck, Shadow. Stop, chat, over, we're out. We're out, Shadow. Okay, bye. Goodbye. Anyways, you were saying?
So this is... I love you so much. Thanks, Hunter.
You're welcome.
So I was gonna say basically what I think happened. Like, that's why I think that Ozpin is now kind of stuck on Earth now forever, is because he basically, he made a mess, and now he has to clean it up. And so I think that's oh, we got level 10!
To level 10!
I think, the final rank, we did it, guys. We fucking did it. It's not even on the screen anymore. We are level 10 material, and now everything is reset.
Fuck.
Okay. Anyways, so kind of what I wanted to kind of talk about is, like, that is such interesting characterization, like, to me anyway. Like, I think that's super cool. And, like, the gods work together on that, because he did say gods, and it could have been, like you said, it may have been for dramatics, but that means both of the gods agreed that even though Salem was evil and the dark god, like, should have been all for that, he was just like, no, like, you fucked my shit up, too, like, I didn't ask for this, like, I didn't want a grim humanoid lady, okay, like, you know? Like,
I love the idea of the two brothers being like kids arguing over Legos.
Yeah.
It's like, where's mine? Like, fuck you, Jimmy. It's great. I just dig it so
much.
much.
I really enjoy kind of how Ozpin has been cursed. Like, again, we don't know the logistics of it, we don't know what the gods are like, but this kind of implies the gods were kind of active in humans. Now they just ditched everything, and they were like, well, Ozpin, you can clean up this mess, right? Like, I trust you, you know? It's like when your parents leave you home alone, and then when they come back, like, the house is destroyed, like, they don't even come back to the house anymore, they just leave.
Of course, this happened yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my mom never came home.
She never came home.
Well, my mom was gone for a week, so, like, maybe it's just me.
This is getting progressively more sad.
I know,
was just
I'm very
making
sorry.
a joke about how you're a child and now how you're an abandoned child.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Thanks,
just gone places that I don't even... It was fun earlier. Continue.
But yeah, so that's basically how Ozpin's reincarnation works, is that he dies and the gods are like, well, fuck. Like, you can't get out that easily. We're just gonna have to put you into somebody else for the time being, you know? Like, it's basically he has unlimited lives in a video game. It's like if you played RWBY Grim Eclipse, but every time you played, like, every time you died in RWBY Grim Eclipse, you had to switch characters.
It would be a bitch.
Like, that's just kind of how it's like.
Which
like,
means
you remember how you played the game, like, you got all your memories of playing the game, but each character has their own, like, shitty different mechanics. That's basically how it works.
Something that I'm also confused about is that when we talked, so that means that Cinder did kill Ozpin.
Yeah. But that's kind of...
But then why was she so shy about it? Did he tell her that? It's like, you know, I'm just gonna come back, right? Does Salem not know that Ozpin can come back?
She has to know! It's been 1,000 years, right?
Like, who's this smooth-talking motherfucker who
like,
just...
the reason he's been cursed, right, is because he can't stop Salem. And if he's lived for over 1,000 years, that means Salem should have known 1,000 years ago. Does that make sense? Unless Salem, like, doesn't have all of her memory. Right? So I think that's why she asked if, like, she could kill, if Cinder killed Ozpin. I think she meant more functionally, right? Because now that Ozpin is an Oscar, he's a much easier target and they can just kick his ass, right? And so maybe that's why Salem asked. Because functionally, Ozpin is dead. He's just in somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I get that a lot of people may be confused about that. That's why I wanted to make this video. But personally, my take on it is that Salem knows that Ozpin can reincarnate, but she knows that every reincarnation is a chance to get him. You know what I mean? Because even though they don't know necessarily where they'll be next, like, they know that they always have a chance of him going into somebody like Oscar, right? Like, somebody that's less experienced, and this is the time where he is most vulnerable, and so if Cinder could kill him, now he's in somebody different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the perk of killing him, right? Is that every time you kill him, he has to retrain whatever body he's in. And so I think that's why Salem kind of cared about that so much. I think she definitely should know that Ozpin can reincarnate.
Poor Cinder. She tried her best.
I know, but, like, Cinder did kill him, though, obviously.
Yeah, so
he did die.
Everyone was like, this bitch, she's lying. But nah, she was...
No, but she was serious. She, like, you know, like, we didn't believe her at first. But, yeah, she was right. She did kill Ozpin. And I think that's also super interesting, that she did actually kill him. And I'd like to see how that fight went. Like, I wonder if Ozpin almost died on purpose.
He's like, he was like, I don't even want to fucking try anymore. Just kill me. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Watch.
Maybe, I don't know, that'd be, like, I see, like, now that we're seeing more of Ozpin, his characterization becomes a lot more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I wanted to clarify with this video. Like, a lot of people were confused about the maidens. I think less people are going to be confused about this in particular, but why Salem has said things that she has in the past. Like, that's what I think people are going to be confused about. Like, how this affects everybody else, not necessarily the curse itself, but, like, what the curse has implied, if that makes sense. And so I just kind of wanted to make a video to talk about that, and yeah. And so there you go. So that's all I wanted kind of to say. Again, I wanted to make sure that, like, we were all on the same page in the curse. You guys understood what we thought could be explanations for, like, oh, well, why did Salem, like, want to know if Ozpin was dead? Like, he can't die. Like, sort of, like, stuff like that, you know what I mean? And that also, again, that implies that Salem must know. They've had a 1,000-year brawl.
Which also sort of sucks, because then it kind of takes the focus of RWBY away from, like, RWBY and her team.
Yeah, but remember, this
Ozpin.
was supposed to be called Remnant.
Yeah.
They changed the name, and I'm glad they changed it, because RWBY does sound cooler. But I think as the show progresses, it's more and more evident it's not just about RWBY anymore.
Yeah,
or it's not even focused on about RWBY anymore.
You're also going to learn a lot more about the Silver Eye, so hopefully that becomes more RWBY-centric.
Yeah, that's something else people questioned, was, like, why, I think, during, like, Ozpin's little thing, like, RWBY, like, you don't know hand-to-hand combat. Well, like, fuck, I have other...
Motherfucker, she also had... See them silver eyes? First thing you said.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to use that either. Like, you know what I mean? And so I think that there's going to be a lot more storytelling here, but again, I just like to make videos so we're all on the same page, we can talk about our thoughts and why characters have done certain things, because, like, if they thought of this concept now, it's very hard to go back and fix continuity errors, and so, like, I'm pretty sure they had this in mind since the beginning, but if we think about it like that, like, I feel like that, not that we have a responsibility, I don't want to be kind of pretentious here, but that we should try to give people the best explanations we can, because whether they thought of this, like, yesterday, or they thought of this, like, a while ago, we have to kind of see how everything connects, and there are a lot of, like, continuity problems with RWBY, and so I feel like we kind of have to, when new things are introduced, we need to kind of drum up the best explanations for that, and so, I hope that you guys feel that, and don't feel like we're oversaturating you, with, like, we need to do a video on everything that was said in the episode. No, it's just, like, things that I think are confusing.
Did you see that fish faunus? We're gonna make an episode about that.
Okay, well...
Which would be funny as a joke, but we actually are making an episode about that.
Stop it, okay? I'm sure you guys understand, though, what we're trying to do and what I mean. And so, anyway, I think I just rambled for, like, 3 minutes about, like, our intentions with doing some of these videos, which is probably bad. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. It does reveal a lot about Salem's character, I think, and, like, kind of, like, they've been at this for 1,000 years, man. Like, everybody should be super salty.
I'd be surprised, like, how can you, like, because I've been pissed at people, and eventually, like, I stopped being mad at Kyle Felvo for bullying me in grade 4, you know? I wonder if Salem and Ozpin has ever been like, yeah, I'm fucking over
if they both are reincarnating, or at least Ozpin is reincarnating while Salem is immortal, like, it never stops, right?
Yeah, they never stop.
And so they never stop hating each other because they're always doing things to make the other hate each other, right? It's like if me and you like went on doing these videos for the rest of existence. You don't think that you'd be a little salty over time?
Yes,
I know,
no,
exactly.
I don't
So
know.
you understand her now, don't you?
It's been like a year and I'm already burned through.
Exactly.
I don't know how we can keep doing
And so
this.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to join our Discord server, become a Patreon, all of that fun stuff, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.